Hello everyone and welcome back to Monsters of the Past. As always, I'm your host Mr. G, and today I'm here to talk to you about an animal that is a close relative of the stegosaurs and ankylosaurs. I give you Scelidosaurus. Scelidosaurus means limb lizard and is a member of the Scelidosaur family. It was an herbivore that lived during the early Jurassic in Europe. Scelidosaurus was about 13 feet long, making it quite small compared to its later relatives. Scelidosaurus is notable for the fact that it is one of the earliest known thriophores, which is the clade that includes both stegosaurs and ankylosaurs. However, because of how early it is, this just begs the question of which group it was more closely related to. Was it an early stegosaur, or was it an early ankylosaur? As I said in my Tyrannosaurus video, basal members of groups are always hard to classify, and Scelidosaurus is no exception. Ever since it was discovered, there have been a lot of debates as to which of the two groups it was an ancestor or relative to, and there were arguments that could be made towards both sides of the coin. However, nowadays most paleontologists think that Scelidosaurus was neither a stegosaur or an ankylosaur, but rather it was part of its own family that was only a sister taxon to the other thriops, and it wasn't a true member of either of the two groups. And it probably wasn't even their ancestor. Alright, let's look at the card. This is yet another animal that I am wondering why on earth they gave it its own card, especially since there are several animals that I think should have gotten cards, but I'll reveal those at the end of the series. Anyway, this card is perfectly average, just like how I find Scelidosaurus, a perfectly average animal with nothing really wrong with it. Oh, and by the way, if you wonder if you're disappointed that Ankylosaurus didn't get a card, well, look, it's on the back of this card. It's mentioned right there. I still don't get why Ankylosaurus doesn't have a card. Anyway, I'm just going to give this card a 9 out of 10 just to be safe. Since I really do not like giving dinosaurs 10 out of 10s, because I just know there's something I'm missing whenever I talk about them. Now, this would be the part where I looked at Scelidosaurus appearances in pop culture, but the only one I could find is in Jurassic Park 3 Park Builder. So, that concludes this episode of Monsters of the Past. Join me next time when I talk about a dinosaur whose prefix rhymed with Bambi. Bye!